The first thing I notice myself giving, the first thing I notice permission for is permission to go with the flow and to have fun. I recently came to a discovery or remembering, depends on how the ego is feeling that day, I guess, in my business that my mind wants to keep me always starting over, always starting from scratch instead of refining. And I realized that if I look up and I truly recognize the pieces and things that are in place in my business, I'm no longer at the infrastructure piece, even though that's what it feels like my mind wants to rest in. So, the first thing that I'm giving myself permission to do today is to actually go with the flow of the day because there's not necessarily any tinkering that needs to be done today. There's no funnel that needs to be updated. There is no other work right now, if I'm being honest with myself, than just being and focusing on my vibration. Because if I'm being honest, and actually looking at where my vibration has been, it has had its peaks. Intriguing. It's had its peaks. There's a part of me that wants to have this conversation right now. And I'm going to give myself permission to go with the flow of that. It was an accidental call. It was like, oh, do I want to have this conversation live? And now he's calling back. Hello. I mean, what's up?
No, I was in the middle. I'm almost done. I was just saying, are you free today or are you on mommy duties today?
I'm free all the time. What I'm available for changes. If you have a plan, what were you thinking?
Would you like to meet me, I guess, in Rockville at Taco Bamba?
Rockville at Taco Bamba. I will look up their menu. I'm plant based now. I want to make sure they have options, but that sounds like something that is in alignment.
Okay.
Want me to look up the menu and then text you or call you back?
I'm gonna say call me back.
Okay, I will do that.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Bye.
Bye. It's going to be interesting to watch that back because it's also interesting because I had loosely come up with a plan to go to Arlington to try this place that was on In Kind that was more vegan because, like I just said, I'm plant based. This person doesn't know that because we don't keep in touch often, really at all, except for when they want something. So it's interesting to notice right now, live, how I feel about me having made a decision in my being, in my person, about wanting to go to Arlington to try a place that I know has plenty of vegan options, and then allowing myself to play in the possibility of the day unfolding. It's over there by, at first I was going to Metro, and then I was like, oh, it might actually be more convenient to drive, especially because I'll have my car afterwards and won't have to get back to it. So I come up with this, like the little details that would have hemmed me up. I come up with the plan to drive. I know parking is not going to be super expensive. If anything, it'll be comparable to the metro, and having my car afterwards, if I do decide to have a drink or something afterwards, would be nice. And just kind of thinking through all these details around like not rushing myself, because even if I finish, if I get there around five something and I finish around six something, I saw that it was near a movie theater. And so I could have gone to see this new Michael Jackson movie that I hear people talking about. And I know my mom growing up, she loved Michael Jackson. And so even getting to understand a different or a new version with new information of the story, because it actually, somebody posted about it inside a Zoom chat on one of my quantum human design calls. And and that was like a signal of like, oh, maybe I might go and check this out, and see this human story, this human archetype, even maybe pull up his human design chart, like, and see like what stuff am I seeing in the movie that I'm also seeing as patterns in his chart and things like that, and just turning it into a day. I'm not saying that I have to go to the movie. I'm not even saying that I have to. Well, I had decided that I was going to the restaurant because it was already paid for because I use In Kind, and I just loaded some stuff in there on Mother's Day weekend. But just to notice myself come up with this plan, and to notice that, I wrote some things down around how this person makes me feel when I was trying to assign meaning to a 3-minute conversation that we had when he was busy, which was crazy. But just how assumptive the mind can be. And so I guess what happened, now that I'm looking higher picture, I had a potential for a moment of transpersonal vulnerability and a moment of karmic growth. The other person didn't step up in the way that I wanted them to. Okay, so seeing the shadow of expectation there, into the gift of detachment, because I didn't detach. I continued to make that 3-minute phone call conversation mean something. You only want me when you want me, when you know you can't have me, because I decided that you're no good to me. Like, I literally, my mind had this whole beautiful synchronous moment of, you already decided to let this person go. Here they are showing you that you can let them go. And then they pop back up. And it's almost, I'm curious more than anything about how this interaction might go, of me driving possibly closer, because Rockville is closer than Arlington. It's not closer to my final destination where I live, but it is closer to where I am in relation. I do like tacos, but the question is, do they have tacos? Taco Bamba, I believe is what he said, Bamba in Rockville. Do they have tacos that are plant-based? Why don't we go and check that out? You can come along with me for my one-line journey. How's that? Okay, so let's go to their website. All right, 9 to 9. Order from Rockville. Oh, we opened in a new tab. Here we go. You can still come with me. Okay, free guac and chips when you sign up. Black bean jazz flute. Okay, that's something. Bamba burger taco, pork shoulder, lots of meat, seared shrimp, crab meat. They have some really good tacos for if I did not transition. Ooh, they have a roasted cauliflower one. No, plant-based spicy shroom taco. Okay, they're trying. Let's see. That is tongue. That is not it. Cup Obamba. Intriguing. Fried egg goes in there. All right, not tacos. Ooh, I am a sucker for street corn. But I know that's not plant-based. Pork stew, that's a no. So they have a couple of tacos. Oh, they have tortas. Let's see. That has meat. It would be great. Oh, okay, I was gonna say the big fat mushroom chorizo. That could be something. I was gonna say it would be great if they had like a mushroom quesadilla or something. All right, and then they have jazz flutes. Okay, so bacho nacho is definitely meat. I'm okay with this. I knew those were pork rinds. All right, so after seeing what is this chocolate chip churro crunch cookie? I need to know. All right, so after seeing the menu and getting excited about it, ooh, mango pina colada. I wonder, do they also have bar drinks? Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing because I can say I got excited to try a couple of the things that I saw on there. I can say that it felt grounded in my body to go with what I knew. And I'm experimenting with challenging what it is that I think I know. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Let's do an experiment of calling back, like I said I would. This is like a reality TV show right now. And it's beautiful because I have envisioned myself as this main character energy on reality TV from some of the things that I've watched. I also need to charge my phone, so I'm recognizing that as well. But I'm willing to be vulnerable live. Let's do it. Staying in my chest. Staying here. Speaking from here. As an experiment. Also looking to see.
Please leave your message for.
There you go. All right, so no live conclusion to this. I guess you're gonna have to tune in tomorrow, but literally started this live saying I'm gonna go with the flow. In this same amount of time, an opportunity has presented itself for me to see how it feels to go with the flow. How this was gonna go. Hi. Had I planned it was a little bit differently, but it's working out beautifully just the same. Sending a lot of love. I don't know if you have a little person with you yet, but those hearts off of you. Lots of love, lots of love. And yeah, I guess I'll create a conclusion to this that will be in the article. So we'll see how that goes. Until tomorrow.